Known to one and all present here, respected dignitaries. Before I start the speech, I feel humbled to mention that without Kavita ma'am and Mithilesh sir, I don't think none of me or my friends would be here. And following the footsteps of our chief guest, this is not a prepared speech. This is a speech more from the heart than the mind. Now, throwing back to March of 2021, the only experience I had with research or research papers or IEEE was when we go onto the internet for searching for our assessment as answers. We go browse IEEE papers. That's the only time then we as students go and see IEEE journals, SciDirect. So from that to what I have achieved over here along with my friends and my teammates, I think MIT Square and SRM Institute have a lot of hands to play in that. Now moving on, we have done a project in integration of sensor fusion for enhancing GPS in navigation, focusing on mainly on aircrafts and especially on military-based aircrafts. Now, as you heard the topic, this is a topic that's completely out of our scope. Basically, we are CSE AML research students, and we have taken a topic in aeronautics that's not even related to us in any way. But MIT Square showed the guts in providing us with an institution in Turkey that is completely dedicated for aeronautics. And I think that was a huge bonus and a boost to all our confidences. And it showed that you don't need to be an expert in any field to actually do something great in it. Only thing you need to have is a passion for aircrafts. Me and my friends had a huge amount of passion for aircrafts, and the curiosity on how things work is actually what played a major role in the success of our presentation on and our publishing of our paper. Moving on further, when we were facing a challenge in publishing a paper in or which conference should we submit, I had suggestions of presenting the paper in IEEE Bombay, but then Mithila sir again came to the rescue and said that it would be much more better if you would present it in IEEE Turkey, and that made a huge difference. We are really proud to say that we were one of the youngest people in the 3-day conference to present the paper. And a fact that is often overlooked is that through this internship, it's not me and my 3 teammates who got the experience of this. Once we completed this presentation, published the paper, when we go back to our class, we are sharing this experience with another 55 students. And I'm proud to say that there are a lot of teams in our class that are focusing on research along, and we ourselves are planning on another 2 papers which we would be publishing before we finish our fourth year. So I think uh, we were not alone in that conference. We had the backs of almost 55 to 60 friends behind us who were looking eagerly towards what we are achieving or how we are achieving. Basically, for me, honestly, research is a field that students in India are extremely, less prepared of or less aware of. We often think that research is something that is for the professors or for people above the age of 30, 40, research scholars who are looking forward for either a promotion in their education field or something to boost their resume. But research is much more than that. This is just my humble believing, and I don't know if everyone agrees to that. But something that I see in this humble nation of ours is that in the last 20 years, if you see any of the modern technologies that are coming around in the world, by the time the technology is introduced into the world, our nation or our side of the world is really slow in reacting to it. And the time when we get this technology to our world, most of our Western counterparts would have done n number of researches on this topic. And by the time we get it, instead of exploiting the technology, we end up being exploited by the technology. A simple explanation is cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency started their innovations in 2010, and we Indians sadly just got to know about it or got to boom about it later into 2017s or 2018s. So only thing that's stopping us is not the lack of capability. I mean, just like how our chief guest mentioned, all the top positions in all the top tech companies are run by Indians. So it is not, we are not lacking in potential. I think personally the only thing that we are lacking is that the biggest enemy that we have is ourselves. We are the ones who think that, okay, I can't do this. Or if I say like this, what would the other person think? Or if I do this, how will the world take it? I think that is the biggest thing that's stopping us from achieving a lot of grades in our life. So the only thing that I would like to say to my juniors and everyone gathered over here is that the only thing that's stopping you is the fear of failing that is inculcated within yourself by yourself. The moment you come across or you take over that, and you have the open mind and the guts to challenge and go against the flow of nature, I think that's when you will actually find success. With that thought, this is Gautam Gopan signing off. Thank you.